Listen to this. You are responsible for your happiness. In fact, you create it, you attract it, and you manifest it. You are that powerful. Create the life you deserve. Vibrate love, says Craig Crippen. I just love the way Craig goes with words. Anyhow, welcome, my amazing, lovely, everything wonderful listeners to another of the Hope Ignites Healing podcast with your host, Dr. Lillian Kalisa, a space where speaking everything holistic health and healing. And just to bring you up to speed, we've been talking clean out. That is, cleaning out our minds, our bodies, and our spaces. This week, we're talking people clean out. An interesting one, right? So come on, let's delve in and I will demystify for you what people clean out is. We'll start at story time. I have the story of a lovely young lady here in our Uganda who has a prosperous career in entertainment, and I will say all was going well in her life minus this one thing, which was her marriage. An important relationship, I must say. As if that was not bad enough, this lady had failed to conceive. 1, 2, 3, 5, who knows how many years were passing, and there was nothing. Eventually, this relationship was getting estranged. Not necessarily because of having no child, but she realized when she sat down with herself, when you sit and ask those fundamental questions, she was losing her true self in this that she was calling a relationship, and especially what made her happy. This was mostly scary for her because despite the fact that she's naturally comical, the one person that she thought knew her the most didn't actually realize how dead serious she was. He didn't realize that this relationship was actually draining happiness out of her, and that's what she was saying, that she wasn't being heard. She decided to respectfully end this relationship. But guess what? It was not all over because she still had a big hurdle to jump over, and that was childlessness. It was completely overwhelming for her family, and above all, the greatest desire she had for her mother to have the opportunity to be called grandmother. Now, this really was daunting for her and was the one reason that kept her on her knees, believing that she would get the miracle of her mother being grandmother. So after a while she was in the process of recovering from everything that was going on and finding her own healing, she eventually found a new relationship, not necessarily one that was to end in marriage or anything of the sort. It was one that she described was hearing her, was seeing through her, and could understand who she was beyond the camera. But guess what? She still had that big issue of having no child. And despite the fact that she had attempted lots of modern medical intervention, she had really done the best she could. She decided to withdraw because this was really draining her. The noise was too much from herself, her mind, her people, her family, her followers, and everyone that was in her space. She just could not handle. A lady decided to find a safe haven, and she describes that this was in the deepest parts of Western Uganda. And while in that safe haven, she of course got cozy with herself, loving on herself, waking up to the breath of the cold of Western Uganda, to freshness and being taken care of. And of course, while she learned to take care of herself, she taught others how to love her. Guess what happened? In the process, this amazing lady actually conceived. And as we speak, she holds her adorable 2-year-old son, and she says life is complete for her, for the opportunity to be called mother. I'm sure you all want to know who this lady is that I'm talking about. Well, she has shared her story with the world in one of her media spaces. And this is the lovely Ann Kansime that keeps our lives vibrant with joy and happiness. Thank you, Ann, for being a blessing to the woman that listened to you. And of course, for me, any opportunity for looking for holistic health and healing, and of course, sharing with you, my audience. So herein lies the lesson from Ann's story. Now, if you have to step away so as to clean out the effect of people and the noises that steal away your health, then do it. Do it already, I beg. Do it. Delaying it is compromising your health while they ride on it for theirs. So you will ask, what are the steps that you can take to clean out this noise and the people that cause you to pollute your well-being? Step 1. Who are you and what completes you? What does happy mean to you and what does it take for you to have it as part of your life, as core in your life? Step 2. Look out for yourself by focusing inwardly. I'm speaking introspection. Take the eyes off everybody else and focus them on you, for you have a lot of work to do on you before you look outwardly. Step 3, resolve to step away. Do you remember a few weeks ago when we talked about cleaning up the mind? And we said that to clean up the mind, we have to teach our minds to resolve on anything and everything. Now, if you did not listen, please go and delve in and understand, for we are applying that step right here. When you have to resolve to step away. And this will not be forever, but for now, it is what you so need, so as to find your emotional and physical health. And then you will be in a better version to return to the people, in the best state to those that you care about and those that deserve you. And guess what? This is the fact that if you do not follow these simple basic steps, the reality is either you do not want to be as great as you really are, or you're trying to dim your light so much so that others won't feel insecure about themselves in your presence. Now, that's not fair to you. Anyhow, we go on and ask ourselves, what can we do this week? What's the question of the week for us? This is it. Who or what do you need to clean out that robs away your true health? Is it a person, an assumed friend or family member? Is it words that have been said about you? Is it a social media group that could be draining energy out of you? Is it a workplace, a workspace that is draining you, taking away from you more than they are giving to you? Ask those fundamental questions. I'll tell you, I have had to go through that journey. And before I started on it, with those closest to me, that is closest family and friends, I had to step away in isolation, for I was so wounded, so that I could hear God and what His plan was for my holistic healing and finding purpose. No wonder I can confidently come into your space every week and share with you things that have worked for me. Now listen to this. We are as afraid of being loved, even by ourselves through self-love, as we are of being left. Now that's really scary. The question is, why would you expect others to love and look out for you when you yourself do not know how to love on you and even look out for you? You haven't even done it. Why would others do it for you? But guess what? We can affirm ourselves into that position where we can clean out to look out for our health. Come on, affirmation time, join me. I can do this. Yes, I am, and I want to. I deserve to, and I am able to clean out people and voices that do not edify me. I will not hide my light in a bushel any longer. I will let it shine. But to do that, I need to refine the light, clean it out and enable it to glow without shadows. I will put in the work. I am a masterpiece and I am beautiful. Because I intentionally learned to now love on me, I will then teach others how to love me and not the other way around. I clean out, I create my long-needed space, I breathe, and I eventually glow. I love me. Just to remind you, remember what Craig Crippen said? You are responsible for your happiness. In fact, you create it, you attract it, and you manifest it. You are that powerful. So create the life you deserve and vibrate love. I want to take this opportunity to say well done to those that have walked this journey and have done well in it. I celebrate you. But I would like to challenge you to pay it forward to a sister. She needs you to speak out for her and to her, especially in this season. For we are here to encourage you, to cheer you on, and to bring out the best healthy version of you while we seek after holistic health and healing with your host, Dr. Lillian Kalisa. I look forward to seeing you in this space again next week as we delve more into holistic health and healing. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.